Oh,
What?
ah.
Not good.
Get it off my tongue.
I feel like that's a not good view of this. Okay, so what we're doing is we're talking about electrolytes, because this is something that people ask us about, well, certainly ask me about all the time, is which electrolytes are good ones. And I'm sure you're all going to be rushing out to buy this. This is hydrate, electrolyte, aminos, magnesium, replenish, rehydrate, and recharge.
So I'd imagine it's shite, or from the taste, I'd just be like, that's bad. It can't be good.
It's very pink as well.
It's very pink, very synthetic-y pink. Like, I don't know. Anyways,
Suspicious.
everyone's a bit suspicious. So you go from the bottom to the top with these ones, because in the bottom is where they hide the nasty ingredients. Okay. Sweetener, stevia, you can definitely tell. Vitamins and minerals, comma. I mean, I want to know more than that. I really want to know more than that. Above that, you have sodium bicarbonate, so bicarbonate soda, which is great for buffering lactic acid. That's really good. So if you're doing any workout training stuff where you're getting lactate buildup, you're going past your lactate threshold, that means their muscles are getting stiff and tight. If you like, marathon runners, endurance things, whatever. Magnesium bisglycinate. Damn, this is actually good.
You're gonna have to drink. You're gonna have to drink the whole cup. To Vincent, drink it. I'm not though. I'm not.
Yeah.
I have my favourite here. Just simple old Elite. That's me. I'm a simple kind of a girl. I like being stripped back, simple, no frills.
Strip back, simple, seawater in that case. Really smart.
Yeah.
That's all you want. It's actually Great Salt Lakes in Utah it's made from, isn't it? They just like dehydrate a mineral brine. Least fuckery possible. Excuse me, I said that out loud, but we can bleep it.
Magnesium, chloride, potassium, sodium. That's all. I don't mind this the best because I don't want any fancy stuff in mine because my belly doesn't enroll multiple things.
You love fancy stuff. Are you kidding? Himalayan pink salt, amazing. So similar to what's in your Elite, it makes up some of this, which is good. It means that it hasn't got synthetic electrolytes, which is great. Natural watermelon flavoring. Is it though? Lemon juice, great. That's simple. It's like the first thing that sounds like food, right? That hasn't been fecked with at all. Watermelon fruit juice powder, fine, and you can see that, but you cannot taste it. I love watermelon. And so if you were to make this watermelon and salt flavor, gross.
God,
it's bad medicine.
It actually smells like Calpol.
Bad medicine. It really is. Yeah, Calpol, and that's why I nearly used taurine, which is really good for neurotransmitter response, also good for bile acids, good for your liver, great stuff. L-glutamine, it's weird. It lists, so in terms of, it has L-glutamine, amino acids, taurine. So the two things on either side of amino acids are also amino acids, but then it just lists amino acids as a group. I feel like that should be illegal. And then albumin is great for muscle recovery, most abundant amino acid in our muscle tissue, very important for training recovery. Maltodextrin then is the main thing, which is, it's not the worst, it's not the best. Like you'll see a lot of health study things that talk about maltodextrin having a negative impact on glycemic load, but it's not as bad as synthetic sweeteners. It doesn't taste as bad as stevia, albeit it does taste foul, so I don't know.
So, story is actually that, as it turns out, even though this is disgusting, it's probably good for people to buy that, right? Like, what is give us the lowdown. When you come to electrolytes, there's so many electrolyte products out there now. There are like electrolyte drinks, there's sport drinks. People talk about like Lucozade. They talk about like all those disgusting green ones that people drink, like Gatorade. What's important if you are needing an electrolyte, if you're working out really hard or you're doing marathons, what do you actually need to be in there?
Gatorade. What Gatorade started as was I'm going to get this wrong, Americans, you're going to kill me. The Carolina Gators? I don't know. It's an American football team. Okay. Their sports nutrition guy in the 70s, 80s, I'm butchering this story, but he invented Gatorade. And its nickname at the time, because they were called the Gators, was Tiger's Piss, because it tastes like Tiger's Piss. It was disgusting because he didn't do anything to dress up the flavor. All he did was put in salts and sugar, essentially fructose, glucose, and salt. And that was it, because it's like the perfect rehydration thing. The salts, if they're delivered without sugars, they don't get across the gut wall as well in order to do the rehydration job. So that's one of the challenges with Elite.
Not as good.
Not as good.
It doesn't have the sugars.
Exactly. But what it is the perfect base formula for somebody who wants no bullshit and no messing, and they want to make their own stuff. They want to just put that in a little bit of fruit juice, done, perfect. That's it. And you can control the dose much more because you're just getting this mineral brine, nothing else. What you need you want the closest to natural source salt. So the beautiful thing about this is it lists like the four main electrolyte minerals: magnesium, chloride, potassium, sodium. What it doesn't list are the other 84 other trace and electrolyte minerals. So there's like 7 electrolytes and then a load of trace minerals. Those are also vital for a lot of physiological function, electrical conductivity, neuromuscular health, loads of things that are going to support your training. And if you put this, so they do the light bulb test with this stuff, where you put essentially a bulb on one end, a battery on the other, and a cable going through with a disconnect going through into some water, into a tub of water. And if you put this into that tub of water, you have the bulb will light up at this end like goodo. Whereas if you do it with, synthetic electrolyte stuff, it tends to be kind of dim and dull. So that shows for me it's facilitating electrical conductivity. The thing is getting it across the gut wall, which is where the sugars come in.
So if you're recommending to someone, if you have a client coming to you and they're like, listen, I want a really good electrolyte, I run marathons, what is the one that you would recommend?
Honestly, it is Elite. What I also recommend is using Manuka honey sachets. So we have these beautiful little honey sachets, little clips. They come in little boxes of 10, and you can stash them into your belt or stash them into any little pouch, like all training gear all these days has little, bits, cubby holes. And you open that, snap it open, all of the sugar combinations, that fructose and the glucose combination, with all of the peroxide and non-peroxide antimicrobial activity, all of the enzymes and all the important stuff that also funds immune system response. And when we're doing training, we're depleting our immune system response, which is why overtraining leads to burnout and also tends to lead to repeat infections as well.
So I often recommend electrolytes to my clients, and they might not be people who are working out really hard in the gym or running marathons, but they might have things like they don't drink enough water, they have headaches, they have tension in their muscles, they get repeated cramps. What other things might there be that people would need electrolytes for? Have I missed any obvious ones?
I mean, everybody, to be honest with you, wintertime, even working in an office where it's dry, when it's a dry air, your body will tend to lose more minerals. It'll sweat more. When it's dry outside, you get drier inside. And so you need more in that situation. And most people, they're going in the wintertime from air conditioned to non-air conditioned and back and forth. We don't sweat, so we don't take account, and we don't feel as thirsty. So we tend not to drink as much water, but we actually need lots more. Everybody needs them. There's nobody who doesn't. Everybody will benefit. I promise you that. You might get better sleep when you start taking them. You might find you're naturally less stressed.
From a skin perspective, you're going to see that in dryness in your skin, dry eyes, less saliva in your mouth, those kinds of things that have loads of knock-on effects to your skin and your kind of beauty stuff as well. So that's why I'm always recommending it to my clients.
And I'm getting into this. It's like I'm 2/3 way down. Like, actually, it's grand. I overplayed it. I was a baby earlier on. I'm now a grown-up.
Finn's got a new catchphrase. I don't know if anyone's called it. Anyone who's like a avid listener of our podcast will notice that Finn in the last couple of podcasts has brought in a hey ho, what do you know?
So listen,
he's trying everything.
It's the punchline. It's the punchline. I don't know. I didn't mean to do it the first time, and now.
Are you voting yay or nay? Finn's new punch.
You're so mean.
So mean. Join us on the next fun episode, Wandering into Wellness.